Welcome to part 3 of the coronavirus series, where I hope to make the world a better place for you. So in part 1 I was giving a broader context around the coronavirus and how it may fit into a pattern of changing things in the world and changing concepts, and how it may relate to a change of consciousness in the world. In the second part I talked about the message that may be hidden in the virus, and I looked at some explanations of metaphysical meanings of illnesses and disease, which basically told us that that it could be related to us living a should-be life rather than our authentic life, that we're not really enjoying the life that we live compared to enjoying a life that we do live. So that's how I made the relationship between what is going on and how it may be impacting your world and your life. And so today what I want to do is I want to talk about how you can start to use this period and what this period really means for you and what the opportunity is that you get out of this. And so first of all, I want to start to talk a little bit about my own experience, and I will start to take you back to the time where we had these big massive bushfires here in Australia. Everything that's happening and the people that are impacted, I feel deeply sorry for. But I have to be honest too, because I live in Sydney and the only thing that I have seen and experienced was really bad smoke coming in over the city. So the real drama, the real tragedies, I've been very separated from. I have my family calling from the Netherlands and they're asking me if I'm safe. Yes, I am safe. I live far away from everything that's happening. I can see it and I experience it. But the truth of the matter is that I've been pretty shielded from all those bushfires. The same is happening now with the coronavirus. I speak to my family in the Netherlands. At least 4 of my aunts, uncles, nephews and nieces have been impacted by the coronavirus. I have friends in the UK who've been impacted by the coronavirus. And so my family is asking me, how is it going here? And I said, well, to be honest, I am pretty shielded. And again, I didn't lose my job. I still go out for my morning coffee. My biggest difference is that I don't go to work in the morning, which means that I don't do the exercise. I lost out my routine. I didn't go out very much. So even that part of my life hasn't changed that much. So really, I've had enough drama in my life, but at the moment I feel very shielded from it all. So what it is that I do, first of all, I kind of feel guilty about it, because, you know, even me saying this is like, you know, it's not that I don't respect the people who've gone through this or that I empathize with the people who have gone through this, but I have kind of been disconnected from it. And so I found it really difficult. So what I started to do is to get a better understanding and to stay in touch with these feelings and emotions that are going through our community and through the world really. I start to read the news, and I read more and more. I need to know as much I can. I want more information. I want to have a better understanding, and I want to connect with the people that are going through all of this stuff. But the truth is that when I now read the news, I find it really depressing, and it is impacting my emotional state and my emotional well-being. And I know that is happening to a lot of people. So it's really difficult to start to find this balance between feeling passion and empathy compared to starting to say, you know what, I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. And I know a lot of people, they will never read the news or watch the news because it impacts them and impacts their health. And in fact, a lot of people tell you if you want to stay positive, you should avoid watching the news. But at times like this, when everybody is in crisis and while you really want to make sure that you stay up to date with what's happening, it's really difficult to avoid. So that's one of the things that I find really challenging at the moment, is to stay positive and to stay updated on what's going on. And I sometimes feel that this push between I want to stay updated to I want to stay empathetic, it's really difficult, and it's pushing me left and right again, and that's causing a huge amount of frustration, but also tiredness and anxiety. And like I said, I'm really lucky because I understand that people have lost their jobs, they've lost their livelihoods. And trust me, I know how frustrating that is because I've faced bankruptcy and I've lost jobs plenty of times without any financial backing, really. So that's just really the situation, how I've been able to deal with it. So this series has really been about finding out what it is that you can do, or giving you some hold-ons that you can start to see some positive things that are coming out of this world. And this is what I do in situations like this, and this is what I'm doing now too. I am focusing on where it is that I want to go. One of the first things I said when I started this series is people started to tell me you need to talk about your experience of what a coronavirus means and your take on it, and supporting people and feeling positive. I am very fortunate. My mindset in general is very positive. But like I said, it can be really difficult. And I have to say, some of these belief systems that I'm highlighting, putting the coronavirus in patterns of shifting consciousness and other shifting things in the world, such as the politics and the seasons, kind of helps me understand that this is part of a bigger project. It's a divine project, really. So it's part of a cycle that we're going through. And I also believe that this cycle is going to lead us to something positive, something that's going to make us happier and is going to give us a better place in this world. So all of these are allowing me to actually stay focused on what it is that I do. And so I know that at the moment I'm in a pretty privileged position. And I'm using that position now to actually share this message with you. I've been fortunate enough to attract some really amazing people in my life over the last couple of months that are really pushing me to actually do this. And they're really supporting me in how to do this. And I've been able to spend a lot of time with them over the last few months. So they've really helped me to kind of get the courage to stand up and say something like this. So that is now what I'm doing. I've decided where is it that I want to go. I want to get more of these messages out. So please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about, if you have any questions that I may be able to answer. And so for me, I am preparing for the next stage in life. I am preparing for what I want to do next. I am preparing for how I want to influence people next. Remember, I said at one point that a great thing for us to do is to start to focus inwards, to start to become more awareness of who we are, of what we do and what we're like. And once we have that awareness, we can start to strengthen ourselves. We can start to create a life for ourselves that is built on purpose, doing things that we love to do. And that will then start to create a ripple effect in the community in which we live. And so by you having to isolate yourself and not being able to be distracted by shopping, by going out, by partying and all of those things, it allows us to come back to ourselves and actually start to do that. So let me know how it's going for you. I really like to see how this message is resonating with you. And if there's anything else I can do for you, I look forward to share it with you. But for now, thank you very much for listening to my ramblings on the coronavirus series, and hopefully the world does look a little bit better for you after these 3 episodes.